Hello everyone, welcome to Everyday Prelims series of Shantha Lakshmi IAS Academy. So today in this video, let us discuss the topics of 17th of September 2025. And the 17th of September has a significance. Today, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi is celebrating his 75th birthday. So coming to our topics of discussion today, first we are going to discuss about the Gusari dance, and second about the Chhat Mahaparva, and third about the India's first PM Mitra Park, and finally African country mapping, that is Gambia. So first topic is Gusari dance. So why we are discussing this Gusari dance? It is a traditional folk art form of tribals, that is the Rajkons. See, the 17th of September, yes, today is our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi's birthday. But the 17th of September has also a significant in the India's political history in terms of the Indian integration. See, we all know that India got independence on 15th of August 1947. But not all the princely states and not all the states of those India got independence from their rulers. And for that, Sardar Vallabhai Patel has contributed a lot in signing the instrument of accession from the princely states. And three states, and we all know that everyone has acceded to the Indian Union, but three states got into the trouble. And out of those three states, Hyderabad state is one of those. Then Nizam of Hyderabad wanted to integrate with or join with the Pakistan or to remain independent, but he was not inclined to join with the Indian Union. But the people of Hyderabad want Hyderabad to merge with the Indian Union. So there were many movements by the Hyderabad State Congress and people of Hyderabad. So to integrate this Hyderabad into the Indian Union, Operation Pola was launched by the Sardar Vallabhai Patel on this September 13th. And on September 17th, all the Nizam forces have surrendered to the Indian Armed Forces. And that's how on September 17th, 1948, September 17th, 1948 has got the independence, real independence from its Nizam rule. So this September 17th is celebrated as the Hyderabad's Liberation Day. And this 2025, we are celebrating this 78th Hyderabad Liberation Day. So to participate or for those celebrations, these Rajkon tribes from Adilabad district of Telangana have been rehearsing to perform this Gussa dance at the celebrations. Here you can see the pictures of this Gussadi dance. So this Gusadi dance is a traditional folk dance which is performed by the Rajgond tribes. These tribes are present mainly in the Adilabad district of Telangana state, Adilabad district, and also in some parts of the Maharashtra. This Gusadi dance is performed during the Diwali, and it starts 1 week or 10 days before Diwali. And this traditional folk and Gusadi dance is performed by the Dandaris. Dandaris, those are known as the larger group of men. It is performed only by the men. And the Gusadis are the smaller group of men within this Dandaris. So it starts on the Bogi, that is the opening day, and concludes on this Kola Podi. And here you can see, so this Gusadis, during this Gusadi festival, they decorate with these peacock feathers like this, and they go to their village by village and they will sing some folk arts, folk songs, and also perform the dances. And that's how they celebrate this Gusadi festival during the Diwali. Remember, Gusadi dance is a tribal folk art dance performed by the Rajgond tribes, which are present in the Telangana and the Maharashtra state. Now, second comes our Chat Mahaparva. So, why we are discussing about this Chat Puja or the Chat festival right now? So, the Ministry of Culture has organized a meeting where at the Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, New Delhi, with senior diplomatic representatives of the United Arab Emirates, Suriname, and the Netherlands. Why? To seek their cooperation for the multinational nomination of this Chat Mahaparva for the inscription on UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity under the 2003 convention. Along with the UNESCO's World Heritage Site, which are visible and the monuments, we have this UNESCO's list of intangible cultural heritage. Intangible cultural heritage includes the art forms, traditional folk dances, and other kind of knowledge which are ascribed to the nature or the universe. So, India, the Ministry of Culture, has consulted with the nations of the United Arab Emirates, Suriname, Netherlands, and Fiji to seek their cooperation for representing or nominating this Chat Mahaparva in this UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage. So let's say about this Chat Mahaparva. So this Chat Mahaparva is a Chat Puja festival which is dedicated to the sun god, and the goddess Chati Maya, which is the sister of the sun god. And it is one of India's oldest festivals, which say to believe its origins are there in Mahabharata. By the Draupadi also performed this Chat Puja, and by in the Ramayana also Sita Devi also performed this Chat Puja. So this Chat Puja is mainly observed in Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal, and also some parts of the Nepal also. This Chat Puja is observed in the Nepal also along with these Indian states. Also, Indian diaspora, the members of the Indian community living in these countries, that is the Mauritius, Fiji, Suriname, UAE, and the Netherlands, also celebrate this Chat Puja there. That's why our Indian Ministry of Culture has sought their cooperation in filing the nominations into the UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage. So this is celebrated for a period of 4 days, and it is observed sixth day after the Diwali, that is the sixth day of the Kartika month, which is the Shukla Pakshami, which comes just after Diwali, 6 days after Diwali. And this Chat Puja involves no temples, no idols, or any no celebrated or any no prescribed form of rituals. These are celebrated as a gratitude to the sun god and the water. They perform arghya and they say their gratitude to the sun god and the water for giving us all the things. And during this festival, women and the others observe strict fasting and they will worship the nature, that is the sun god, trees, and the water. Let's see what are these 4 days of Chat Mahaparva we'll look into. On the day one, it is called as the Nahai Kai. On this day, the devotees bathe in the rivers, ponds, or the clean surroundings and take only the sattvic food. And then comes the day second, that is the Lohanda or the Karna day. On this day, the devotees observe a full day fast without eating anything, and they break it after the sunset by taking the gargi kheer, fruits and roti. And then after they will begin a 36-hour Nirjala fast, which means no eating, Nirjala, no eating and no without taking any food and water. And then third day comes with this Sandhya Arghya. On this third day, the devotees offer arghya, that means milk and the water offerings to the sun god, to the setting sun at the river banks or the ponds. They will perform this arghya at the river banks or the ponds. And this also performed by Karna in the Mahabharata also. And next, fourth day comes the Usha Arghya. And on this day, the final morning ritual offering Arghat. So on the third day, the Sandhya Argha, they will, Sandhya means the evening, right? Sayankala, Sandhya. On this day, they will offer their Arghya to the setting sun. And next day, that is on the final day, they will offer their offerings to the morning rising sun. And then the fast ends with the blessings for health, prosperity, and the well-being of the family. By offering Agya in the Usha, that is to the rising sun, they will end their 36-hour fast, which was started on the second day, that is the Karna or the Lohanda. So this is the Chat Mahaparva. Now, what does this intangible cultural heritage means? So it includes the oral traditions, performing arts, social practices, rituals, festive events, or the knowledge and practices concerning about the nature and the universe, or else the knowledge and the skills which are used to produce the traditional crafts. So these are all comes under the intangible cultural heritage. So now Chat Mahaparva is a festive event or the knowledge and the practices concerning about the nature and the universe also. It will come under both these aspects. So now India has the 15 list which are inscribed in this UNESCO's intangible cultural heritage. What are those? First is the Nowruz, Garba of Gujarat, Durga Puja of Kolkata, Kumbh Mela, next yoga, traditional brass and the copper craft for making the utensils from Punjab, Sankirtan of Manipur, Buddhist chanting of Ladakh, Chow dance, Khalbelia and the Mudiyattu. Next is the Ramman of Himalayas, which got its status in the 2009. Next, Ram Leela, Kutiyattam, and the Vedic chanting. These were inscribed in the 2008. So these are all the 15 Indian list of UNESCO's intangible cultural heritage. So third topic is the India's first PM Mitra Park. So on his birthday, that is today, Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi has inaugurated India's first PM Mitra Park at Dhar district, Madhya Pradesh state. So let's see about this PM Mitra Park scheme. So PM Mitra stands for the Pradhan Mantri Mega Integrated Textile Regions and the Apparel, which is of this textile and the apparel parks. This was inspired by the 5F vision of the Narendra Modi. That is the farm to fiber to factory to fashion to foreign. And the next, it was announced in the Union Budget 21 to 22 and it was officially launched in the 2021 by the Union Ministry of Textiles. And these PM Mitra parks are being developed in both categories, that is the greenfield and the brownfield. Greenfield means it will start from the scratch and the brownfield means there are some parks they will add and they will redevelop those parks on those industries only. This PM Mitra parks will be developed with an financial outlay of 4,445 crore rupees for a period of up to 7 years, that is 2027 to 2028, starting from 2021. What are the objectives of this PM Mitra scheme or the PM Mitra parks? That is, it will boost the India's textile and the apparel sector. Yes, right. By setting up the industries and the parks, it will boost India's textile and the apparel sector by coming or setting into the competitive market. And the next, integrated value chain. That means production, farming, dyeing, manufacturing and the exporting and the packaging are also all are done at one place only. That is the PM Mitra Park. So that's how it will enable the integrated value chain. All the processes are integrated at one place only, and that's how it will reduce the logistic cost. That means the transportation and other cost all are done at one place only, so it will reduce the cost of the transportation and other sectors. It will promote the employment generation, that is 1 lakh direct and 2 lakh indirect jobs. It will also encourage the FDI and the private investment also into the parks. The next, it will make India a global hub for the textile production and the export. So through this PM Mitra parks, it will enable or make India position India as a global hub for the textile production and the exports. And India is one of the largest exporter of the textiles since the ages. We have the quality textiles, and now through these PM Mitra parks, we are reviving those ancient leverage. Coming to the governance, how it will be implemented. To implement this PM Mitra parks, there will be a special purpose vehicle, which is a joint venture of the central government and the states. And the central government will have the paid up capital equity of 49% and the states will have the paid up capital equity of the 51%. And it will also have this interdepartmental project approval committee. This special purpose vehicle will be looked by or overlooked by this interdepartmental project approval committee, which is headed by the secretary, Ministry of the Textiles. So what is the responsibilities of this special purpose vehicle? It will own the land and leverage it for the development and the maintenance. It also appoints the master developer and it will sign the concession agreement with this master developer. We'll see who is this master developer now. So this master developer is responsible for designing, planning, financing, building, operation and maintenance of the whole PM Mitra Park. And this master developer will develop the core infrastructure, that is the roads, power, water, etc. first. Then support infrastructure, that is training, research, and the housing. Then the commercial development, that is the business facilities, logistics in the park. So this master developer will be concerned with the holistic development of the park. And this master developer will be appointed by the special purpose vehicle. And here, what is the role of the state government? That is, the state government have to provide minimum 1,000 acres contiguous and encumbrance-free land. And the state governments have to ensure the power, water, waste disposal, and the single window clearance and the stable textile policy also. So this is the role of the government, state government. And what does the central government will do? What is the role of the central government? The central government will provide the financial support. See, for the greenfield parks, that is, they're starting from the scratch, taking a new land and they're starting from the scratch. So for that greenfield parks, central government will provide up to 800 crore per park. And for the brownfield parks, that is for existing parks, it will give up to 500 crore per park. Not only this, there is also the competitiveness intensive support. So the central government will provide the 300 crore per park on first come first service basis to enable or to promote the competition among the industries. The next, the development capital support will also be provided to make the parks commercially viable. This PM Mitra scheme will also be conversed with the other Government of India schemes for getting the additional incentives. So this is the role of the central government. So we have 7 PM Mitra parks. The government or the special purpose vehicle has selected 7 PM Mitra parks. First is this Dhar, which is a greenfield park, which is open today, which is the India's first PM Mitra park. And the second is the Tamil Nadu in the Virudnagar, which is also a greenfield park. Then third is the Karnataka Kalaburgi, which is also a greenfield park. Then next is the Gujarat Navsarai Greenfield Park, Uttar Pradesh Lucknow Greenfield Park. And then we have other 2 brownfield parks, that is the Varangal Kakatiya plant in the Telangana state, and next is the Amaravati plant in the Maharashtra state. So these out of 7, 2 are the brownfield and 5 are the greenfield projects. Coming to final topic, that is the Gambia. So here you can see Gambia, a small portion which is entirely surrounded by the Senegal. It's a country of the West Africa. Its capital is Banjul and it is the smallest country in the continental Africa. It is surrounded by Senegal on all parts except the western part. The western part, it has its Atlantic Ocean. And it has only one river, that is the Gambia River. And this Gambia is the founding member of the ECOWAS. So here you can see Gambia, which is entirely surrounded by the Senegal only. And the Atlantic Ocean into this west. So that's all for today. Thank you.